Please find a comfortable posture. Anything will do where you can sit and leave the body alone. This practice is about allowing for the part of our consciousness that yearns for something, that knows of something that is beyond the five senses. That meditation, you can meditate on anything. You can meditate on the senses. In this practice, we're not trying to negate the senses or turn away from the senses or abandon the senses. It's just about acknowledging that there is something beyond the senses. In addition to beyond the senses, beyond our thoughts. That sometimes life and thoughts, if that's all my world is, it can feel limiting and small. And that this non-dual practice, non-dual discovery, like there's this little thread that sort of says inside of us, like the five senses and our thoughts, it just doesn't feel like a complete picture. But there's more to it. And it's not about, oh, let's just make up or sign up for something that someone else made up, a belief system. Let's see what's really there. Let's put some time and energy into cultivating and knowing just, in fact, what is beyond the five senses and beyond the mind, beyond the thoughts. And so we want to try to reduce a little bit of the stimuli that so easily pulls us into our senses or into our thoughts. So that's what finding a still posture is all about. We're not trying to negate it or push it away, but rather realize that there's just more going on. There's more going on. And so you might start with just being with the senses even. Just recognizing that there's a sense of feeling the body. There's a sense of sight and sound. A sense of smell and taste. And then there's a vast, vast set of memories built around what those senses have experienced. What we've eaten and tasted, what we'll then imagine we'll taste in the future. When our body has felt highs and lows of sensory experience, being sick, and wanting to have an aversion or a preference for those things. This is how the senses and the mind build a world, a vast labyrinth. And so we're just sitting with that for a moment. This sense apparatus, the body. We're making the distinction right now between the senses in this very moment and the memory our senses have had. So if you're seeing with the eyes, you're seeing this moment, distinct from our thoughts about the moment. If you're listening with the ear, you're hearing the sounds of the space you're in, my words. and noticing that it's distinct from any thoughts about those sounds. If you're feeling the sense of the body, feel the sense of the body is sitting or laying in this posture, but distinct from your judgments or opinions about that feeling and posture. I'll invite you to choose one of these senses: sound, sight, or felt body. Just pick one that calls to you and spend a few moments now just being present with that sense and discerning the present moment experience of that sense and the thoughts that surround it or label it and name it. Just another minute or so. Be with the sense, sight, sound, or embodied touch, sense of the body, and experience it as sensation and discern the thoughts around the sensation. Now I'll work with the sensation of the breath. You have two options. You can work with the feeling of the wind at the tip of your nose. It's not really smell, it's actually the feeling of wind moving at the tip of the nose as you breathe. You just concentrate your attention on that movement. Or you could work on just the feeling of the body expanding and contracting as you breathe. And just concentrate on one of those two sensations for a few minutes, noticing what is the pure sensation and what is thoughts about the sensation. Now pick a sensation in the body, something that maybe already has a little bit of thought and judgment around it. Maybe it's a little bit of stiffness in the neck or some tightness in the low back or a twinge of something in the knee. Like something in your felt posture that already has a little bit of thought or judgment around it. You can move if you want to move or if you should move, but otherwise, be in the present of just that sensation. Just observe it, feel it, come to know it. And again, discern what is the pure sensation in the moment and what is thoughts about or around it. Now start to widen the lens. We've been focused on individual things. Widen your lens. Let your sense experience be more permeable. You can almost feel your whole body in space. Feel the breath, what your eyes see, what your ears hear. You just become aware of the whole sense apparatus dwelling here in this present moment. Just sort of abide and glow in the whole sense experience. We don't need to heighten it. We're not seeking a peak experience. We're just becoming aware that the senses are present. In the wholeness of your sense experience, see if there isn't an edge to it, a place that where there's awareness, but it's not really the senses. It's almost like this empty hollow. It's the edge of where the senses stop, where the eyes can't see, the ears can't hear, the body can't feel into it. It's beyond the senses. See if there isn't something there, out of reach of the senses. You might notice there's this other noisy thing. You might have this edge beyond the senses, this empty space. You have the senses themselves. And then there's this noise, this talker, thoughts. Notice how the thoughts are in the present moment. They might be about the past or the future, but they're happening. You're witnessing the thoughts in the present moment. The content may be about the past or the future, but that you can witness that thought about whenever happening right now. It's not one of your five senses, it's another thing. Witness your thoughts happening moment to moment. Witness the thoughts happening. We might get wrapped up in the content. May feel like we go back into the past or forward into the future. Just realize we're just witnessing thoughts, just like we were witnessing sensations. Sensations that we really care about, they pull us into them, just like thoughts. Thoughts that we really care about, they pull us into them. See if it's true for you. Even though you might get pulled in, you're still witnessing thoughts right now. See if you can witness that the thoughts, the whole world of thoughts, has an edge to it, just like the world of the senses has an edge to it, something beyond the senses. As you witness your thoughts, you can witness the start and the finish of a thought, and you can witness the edge of the thought. And look into that space. Look into what is beyond the thoughts. It's not a physical sense. Realize what's beyond the senses and beyond the thoughts, permeating this experience. You're looking for what's already there, just like your senses are right there, and your thoughts are right there. You can be with your senses, moment to moment. You can be with your thoughts, moment to moment. Be with this presence, this energy. It's not thought, it's not a physical sensation, but it's there, quiet and unchanging. Be with it. You don't have to push the senses away or stop your thoughts. Just like you can be with your senses and you can be with your thoughts, be with this other aspect of you beyond the senses, beyond the thoughts. It can't really be named. It can't really be sensed. If it was nameable, it'd be a thought. If you could sense it, it'd be a sensation in the world of the senses. Yet somehow, it's there, unexplainable, but also not needing an explanation. Be with it, beyond the senses, beyond thoughts. Relax from the practice.